So I posted this one a while ago, but I was going through the review on it, see if I wanted to post it. It was actually from the 17th. Today is the 21st. But I think the contextual information stands, and where I was posted at the time of informational sensitivity to the certain standard involved here, as I was waiting on the beating calls. I was waiting for the beating and the shootings calls of Americans that are starting to fall. Whether they're mine, actual soldiers, or they're just a bunch of fucking snowflakes out there, it's bad energy. Let me begin.
It can be taken. The rest of the country doesn't have much of a chance in standing, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Cities are falling quickly to the Taliban, to include the capital and seat of government in Kabul. I personally worked out of Bagram Air Base during my 4 combat tours as an Army
So
Ranger.
I have to prepare for him.
Well,
I don't have that
horrified
criteria,
that the base is
so
now in the
he's
hands
going to
of
be a
terrorists.
spring of a hammer in an office, a bull in a china shop. He's going to be a lion in a china shop, actually. Still, same base.
Of the fall of Bagram Air Base, Afghanistan in general, as well as the Biden administration's decision to withdraw in general.
What the Taliban is. By definition, Uber. By definition, who's an Uber driver, what's So I gotta know the case on that. That's usually the sharpest incidents on news reporting anyways. And why I like the Saudis and Afghanistan, whatever version of church they run in, is the Warrior Poet Society. They're giving us incidents of Bernoullis.
Welcome back. Here are the 5
Corners are
major
tight.
consequences of the Taliban's return to power in Afghanistan. Number 1, the Taliban have been
Like I said, they just got delivered an alien
mistakenly
spacecraft
imprisoned
with technology
over the
that they
last
may or may not have had a long exposure to, and they certainly didn't have the bullet factory to helicopter. John, you didn't drive the helicopter factory.
From Afghanistan.
Now, what happens when you first put a guy like John in?
They're going to keep doing what terrorists have always done, spreading terror around the globe. In short, the recent release of the thousands of bad guys will absolutely
He's saying
result
Taliban is
in
bad.
death
The
of thousands.
definition of it is they want to call it Taliban and it becomes the military defense security on that. It still follows the same rules. Has to. There might be differences amongst Marine and Army, Special Forces category of the separator and the centrifuge, but they are the same. Size and systems of units and values. So I had to go in and it's like, well, if they were doing it correctly, if the fall of Kabul was important, it would be like John's unit coming through on a crumple zone. What that means is you're going to take over the police, you're going to do things. Again, you get to the guy beating somebody with some granny. I can't go, where am I supposed to go? Before you start handing out sticks. You got American soldiers up on the fence. You know, let's put out the newscaster. That's what we have to prep for. John, that's our unit. That was not one of our guys, but we're the glass on that. We're behind the Gorilla Glass in quantum time. What do I do to square off my team's lead as they are now in charge of the unit like they would have to do, or what you would know our system works like to be inside of this system to actually get what the results they want to have done? You being a Mason, warrior poet, I've seen you do this math problem before. You can't tell me you haven't. This is what I compel against, as if it's that military structure in the Taliban from a governmental standard. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with this stone mill, grocery store, that goes against the warhammer of the camp. The planet has Kuiper belt problems, brother.
You see the ones in the office.
So like I said, now that you've vindicated yourself as the spring, cleaned it off, started to talk about a graph, great. Recon. There's a difference in superposition of fingering Gunny's wife and building Shangri-La at the same time. John, it's going to hurt some points on your marriage standards of the AR-15 if you didn't integrate it in there. I would say this at a table against something so big on the board, I'm not worried about the kid. Neither should you, you know.
And meanwhile, the Taliban sees us, their greatest enemy.
So I go to Warhammer. It's our math. I take John with an AR-15 and tell him to put the spring, the cleaning mechanism, situational awareness, because you would gear up for more and more attacks. And then how to recruit. What's the energy flow on a sector?
So now that they're trying to government,
It's like I said, Taliban is bad. And I talk about that guy in a military unit of the guy in the turban with the gun. I don't know any difference of yet. It's a problem when we don't factor T equals telephone poles. We know the answer is drugs, child porn, whatever is in the neighborhood for the cutoff. And then, like, what do? Well, I just can't be at the airport separating these guys out for you to throw them into a meat thresher. Your political sector that's burnt into the system. I'm walking onto a field that needs to be leveled. That is in quantum space. That is in AR-15-0-1, AR-600-20, and where did the energy go from the case? Easy enough. Now, bilaterally, this should have been the handoff that fucked up on our end, not necessarily Taliban, because that goes back for an older problem on eschatology of who the fuck was in lead of these people. Why the mission to save a poppy field? Not yours, John. We're talking about the one the station post on a poppy field instead of burning it, because you know it's 90% of the illegal trade. What in the frosty fuck?